How to clean hardwood floors properly? Hardwood floors add beauty to any room when cleaned and shined. However, cleaning hardwood floors requires special care because they get easily damaged in order to maintain their appearance. Here are some easy steps which will help you clean the hardwood floor properly to retain them in excellent condition. First, sweep the floor to remove any loose dirt and dust with a soft bristled broom or a vacuum designed for wood floors. This prevents dirt from scratching the floor when mopping. Clean in the direction of the wood grain consistently to avoid any damage or scuffing. Next, choose a cleaning solution that won't damage the hardwood. Harsh chemicals will strip the finish off your floor. You can buy a commercial hardwood floor cleaner, or, if you use a few drops of mild dish soap with warm water, you can make one yourself easily. Put the solution into a spray bottle. Having too much water hit the hardwood could result in warping or staining. For cleaning, lightly spray a small area at a time. Wipe down with a microfiber mop or a soft, moistened cloth. Avoid soaking the mop. Only a slight drizzle on your cloth is necessary to avoid water seeping into the wood. Move the mop gently along the grain of the wood for an even clean and to make sure there are no streaks. After that, just let the floor air dry out completely. For the cleaning of any spots or stains, just take a little more of the cleaner on the cloth and do some spot cleaning. Once the floor is completely dry, apply a polish or oil over the hardwood. Not only will it add sheen, but it will also offer a layer of protection, making the floor easier to clean and resistant against dirt and any potential damage. Basically, cleaning hardwood floors is all about gentle methods. Through regular sweeping with a cleaner that is safe to use and by applying polish, your hardwood floors will be new for many years to come. Proper care will keep them looking amazing and add to their lifetime, hence, subsequently, your home feels polished and kept well. How to paint a room? Painting a room can give it a new look. It's an easy way to renovate your space, and you don't have to be a pro to do it. Here's the step-by-step process for successfully painting a room. The room should be prepared first. Move furniture or cover it with tarps. Remove wall decorations, light switch covers, and other obstacles. Clean the walls to remove dust and dirt. This will give the paint an even surface to adhere to. If there are holes or cracks in the wall, fill them with putty, then sand them down to a smooth surface. Once the room is prepped, it's time to get your supplies. You'll need painter's tape, brushes, rollers, a paint tray, and most importantly, paint. Painter's tape is useful for covering areas you don't want to paint, like trim and edges. Line up the edges of walls, doors, and windows with the tape to create a clean finish. Now you can paint. Start by painting the edges of the walls with a brush. This technique is called cutting in, which helps reach corners and areas that a roller might have missed. After painting the edges, now use a roller for larger areas. In some cases, one coat is not enough, you may need a second coat. After waiting the recommended drying time, which is usually a few hours, you can apply additional coats if necessary. Once it is completely dry, carefully remove the painter's tape. Ultimately, painting a room requires a series of steps: proper preparation, the right supplies, and patience. With the right technique, you can transform any room into a beautiful and refreshing space. How to decorate your home on a budget? Decorating a home can be an exciting thing, but it may sometimes feel really expensive. There are loads of ways to decorate on a budget and still come up with comfortable, stylish spaces. Using creativity, planning, and a few nifty tricks will make your home look great without having to spend too much. First, plan your space. Decide up front what style you're going for and what colors will complement one another. Planning helps you stay on track to not purchase anything that doesn't fit or that you don't need. Sticking to a color scheme can make your home look cohesive and well-planned. Next, focus on small changes that make a big impact. One of the costliest ways to completely renovate the look of a room is painting the walls. Even an accent wall painted with a bold color adds depth and style. Another easy trick is rearranging your furniture. Moving furniture into new positions can make a room feel fresh and more open without spending a dime. You can also try thrift stores, second-hand markets, or online sites like Facebook Marketplace for great ways to save money on home decor. One-of-a-kind pieces can often be had at minimal costs, from artwork to furniture. A little cleaning or repainting, and some second-hand items look just like new. Most add character to your space. Consider DIY decorations last. The process of making simple projects such as wall art, homemade candles, or decorative storage boxes is fun and can be less expensive. In addition, plants add so much to any room. Even the tiniest plant adds a fresh look, yet they do not need to be that costly. A number of them require less care and make the home feel welcoming. The bottom line is that decorating on a dime is all about being resourceful and purposeful. With planning, using second-hand options, and getting creative with projects, you'll beautify your home without breaking the bank. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get a well-decorated home, it only needs your personal touch. How to patch a hole in the wall. Patching a hole in the wall is pretty straightforward and can be learned by anyone. Be it a nail hole or a bigger dent, these are imperfections around which a room looks fresh and well kept if fixed. Such minor repairs can be done by following a few steps with basic equipment to reinstate the wall's smooth surface. First, gather the materials you'll need. For small holes, you will only need some spackling paste, a putty knife, some sandpaper, and paint. For larger holes, you may also need a piece of drywall, some joint compound, drywall tape, and a utility knife. Most of these items will be pretty easy to find at any hardware store. Clean around the tiny hole by sweeping dust off the hole. With a putty knife, take a little spackling paste and push it directly into the hole. Make sure to push it firmly for it to fill the hole and create an even surface. Let the paste dry according to the instructions on the package, which will usually take about 1 to 2 hours. Once the spackling paste has dried, take some fine grit sandpaper and gently rub the area smooth. Continue to sand until the patch is even with the wall. Wipe away dust with a dry cloth, then paint to match the wall. For a seamless finish, feather the paint with a small brush or roller. For bigger holes, the process involves a little more work. Cut a piece of drywall, just a little larger than the hole. Place it over the hole to outline it, and with a utility knife, cut along those lines. Place the new piece of drywall in and screw it into place using screws along its edges. Tape over the edges with drywall tape and apply a thin layer of joint compound over the tape. Smooth it with a putty knife. Allow it to dry, then sand and paint. Conclusion: patching a hole in the wall involves some easy steps. With just a few tools and some patience, one is able to return the look to your wall and make it as good as new. These steps keep your house looking neat and properly taken care of. How to repair a broken doorknob. Fixing a doorknob is light work that can be carried out to increase the safety and functioning of any room. A broken doorknob may be an unspeakable nuisance at times, and often it may turn out to be an issue regarding security also. Fortunately, most of them are reparable using basic tools and a few simple steps. First, you will want to prepare the things you are going to need. Usually, this will be a screwdriver, any replacement screws in case some are missing, and perhaps a new set of doorknobs in case your current one is too far gone to be fixed. First, make sure that you have the proper type of screwdriver, because most doorknobs will require either a Phillips or flathead screwdriver. First, take a closer look at the doorknob itself. Check if it is loose, jammed, or perhaps has some missing screws. Often, it just might require the screws on either side to be tightened to fix it quickly. Take the screwdriver and twist any loose screws tightly, but make sure not to over-tighten as it may strip screws or damage the knob itself. If the issue is a bit complex, say, like not being able to turn a knob or having the latch malfunction, you might need to take the doorknob off. Unscrew the screws, which fasten it to the door. Once you have managed to take it off, carefully yank at the knob, pulling it apart and revealing the internal mechanism of the latch. See if you can find any identifiable damage or wear on the latch. If the latch has been broken, then you may need to replace it. After finding the problem, you can either repair or replace the doorknob depending on what you feel is right. If the damage is minor, you replace only that small part that might have been damaged, like a latch or screws. In cases where the knob is too old or highly damaged, you may want to consider replacing it altogether with a new one. Following the installation directions on the package for a tight fit, install a new doorknob for easy turning. In conclusion, repairing a doorknob is quite reasonable to reinstate convenience and safety. You can easily fix most of the doorknob problems just by tightening the screws or checking the latch, and sometimes changing parts. Such a minor repair makes a huge difference in keeping your home functional and safe. How to hang curtains. Hanging curtains helps give a room a makeover by making it look more stylish and adding privacy to it. It may seem to be an uphill task, but once you follow a few steps, it will be easy and quick. First, gather all your tools and materials. You will need one curtain rod, some brackets, screws, a drill, a measuring tape, a pencil, a level, and, of course, the curtains. The curtain rod should coordinate with the curtains and the width of your window. Besides that, pick brackets that match in style to the rod and are strong enough to hold your curtains. Second, measure the window to determine the placement of the rod. Typically, a rod placed a few inches above the window frame and extending slightly past each side enhances the appearance of the window. Take the measuring tape and mark the points on the wall where the brackets will go. Make sure marks on each side of the window are level with each other. Now it's time to put in your brackets. Take one of your brackets and press it against one of your marks. Take a pencil and mark where the screws will go. Make pilot holes into these marks, screw it in. Do the same thing for the other side. After the brackets have been mounted, check again with the level to make sure they are even. With the brackets secure, rest the curtain rod inside the brackets. Slide the curtains onto the rod beforehand if your type of curtains requires it. Gently set the rod with the curtains inside the brackets and adjust the curtains to hang evenly. Hanging curtains is relatively easy, given that one is well prepared with the right tools and has a plan first. You can give style to any room and add coziness to make it private. All you need to do is take careful measurement and install the brackets securely. How to have an eco-friendly home. Making your home eco-friendly can be one of the most helpful ways to help the environment while saving money in the process. With a few simple changes around the house, you could reduce the impact your household would have on the environment and improve your health. Here are practical ways through which one can make his home more eco-friendly. Try to use less energy. A good means of doing this is by replacing lights with energy-efficient ones, such as LEDs. These will tend to last longer and consume less electricity than their classic variety. Additionally, try to unplug appliances not in use, as they also consume energy in their off mode. Other ways to improve energy efficiency include the usage of natural day lighting and adjustment of the thermostat to reduce heating and cooling. The second essential step would be the conservation of water. Conservation of water, without necessarily giving up on comfort, is pretty easy. Install low-flow shower heads and faucets. One may collect rainwater in a rain barrel for use in watering plants. Even basic habits like turning off the tap while brushing your teeth or fixing leaky faucets will save quite a lot of water over some time. How to have an eco-friendly home. Having eco-friendly cleaning supplies is great for the environment and your family's health, as well. Many different cleaning supplies contain some harsh chemicals that have the capabilities of harming waterways and air quality. Switch over to the natural cleaning supply, such as vinegar and baking soda, which can work just as well, if not better. You may find using environmentally friendly brands effective, since they are manufactured using biodegradable ingredients. Finally, minimize waste through recycling and reusing of materials whenever possible. You can create a policy in your home whereby paper, plastic, and glass are sorted and separated and then placed in the proper bins. Composting food scraps is another brilliant way of reducing waste and turns it into organic fertilizer that plants can use. Similarly, choosing reusable things over disposable things, such as cloth towels instead of paper towels, makes a big difference. An eco-friendly home requires no big change, it requires just small, thought-out steps. By conserving energy and water, choosing safer cleaning products, and minimizing waste, you help protect the planet. It means a healthy home, and simple acts have positive effects extending much farther than your walls.